Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome to the channel, good to see you, welcome back. Welcome to our cozy stream. It's only cozy because I can't be bothered to turn the lights on and reveal how much of a fucking mess there is behind me. Also because there's a thunderstorm going on right now and I wanted to kind of like get into the cozy vibes. I have a cozy dress on. It's very single mother who drinks wine middle of the day on a Sunday while cleaning sort of vibes, you know? Except Latina. Dracomane says very cute. Thank you. Yeah, we're streaming today. Oh, I forgot to turn on the background lights. No, what color should I do with background lights? Does anyone have a suggestion? What's a cozy color? I feel like I do blue or rainbow quite a bit. Any thoughts? We could also do like a little bit of a, like just a gentle orange color. Oh no, it's unplugged. Never mind, we aren't getting lights. Purple or green, says people. I could do, I mean, they're like straight up unplugged. Hold on. I can fix this. Give me like 2 seconds, chat. We'll plug them in, we'll get them going. Shout out to Razer for giving these to me, by the way. They make fantastic lighting for, not really streams, because obviously they're not really pointed at you guys, but like, during when I film, I can sit at that desk and have like mood lighting, which is really nice. Okay, it's plugged in. People are saying green. Also, your bud dank says red. Pride month is over. Time for time for gay wrath. I prefer gay gluttony, honestly. Also, Hunter says, hey, wanted to say hi and hope you're doing well. I am doing well. I'm in the middle of deep cleaning my apartment, which is like a seasonal ritual for me. I go through and I deep clean every now and then. I'm rearranging all my plants. One is missing from over here, not because it died. I know a bunch of you fuckers are gonna come up here and tell me, oh my god, she killed another plant and she's hiding the evidence. No, it's fine. It's just in a different room. Jayox says gay lust is right there. That's true. Let's see. Viper says, can you link them to a microphone and have them react to the storm? No, but I might be able to have, there's breathing effects and there's, let me see, will that work? Yeah, it can go like up and down a little bit. There's also a fire effect, which is not super stormy. It just kind of looks like a fire a little bit. You can kind of see, hold on, will this work if I, yeah, there you go. It kind of looks like a fire a little bit. I might be able to do like white and yellow, but that won't really show up well on camera. I could also do, let's see, static spectrum, where it just goes through all the colors of the rainbow really slowly. I could do just one static color of like a yellowish sort of thing. I don't know, what do you guys think? Dirty Sant says Plant Assassin Rogue Class goes crazy. Also Sending Media says, I'm here in Bend too. Well, outside of Bend, but you know what I mean. Yeah, the thunderstorm was the first one of this year. And it's been nice. It's been cozy, honestly. My power might go out. If it does, I hope it does so at like a nice comedically timed moment. If it doesn't get with the program when it comes to the comedy aspect of the channel, then we can't have it. But Sending It says that's awesome. Yay! Let's see. And Baraga says, I love a thunderstorm right now. It's far too hot here. I hear there's been a lot of them going around. Like, at least one of us, Flippin' Hades, who was here on the stream the other day, is stuck over in, or is suffering from serious delays trying to get out of Philadelphia from the ALA conference. Luke says, I'll edit you a power outage on a clip if it survives stream. Thank you. Taylor started a poll, suggested a poll color, saying light color, which should be purple. A lot of people said purple, a lot of people said green. I think like I can go for like a nice lavender color. How does that look? How are we feeling about that? Should I do more purple? I feel like that's kind of okay. I feel like you can kind of see it on the back wall behind the chat too. I Lopin, hi! Saying, can someone tell the sun to go away? I'm trying to be a night owl, but tight night to do it. Oh man, no, I love it when it's summertime. Oh man. Twitch purple? Yeah! Octarine, says your bud dank. What the fuck is an octarine? Like the Octarina of Time? But people are saying that they love it. Other people are saying it's Sith coded. I get that reference if I've ever seen Star Wars. I haven't. Former Future Frog also wants me to hydrate. I did disable most of the redeems for today. It's just a temporary measure. It's mostly because I straight up don't have, can I show you guys this actually? I might be able to show you. I just don't have table space for shit right now. My entire thing is covered in tabletop gaming shit, cleaning supplies, and very much alive plants. So unfortunately I won't be able to do some of the redeems, so I decided to disable most of them except for the hydrates and stuff like that. And also the posture check is redeemed because I like my like shrimp posture, especially when it's nice and cozy out, you know, like thunderstorm vibes. But Let's see, there's the hydrate for you, former feature frog, and welcome into the stream for the first time. We also have Sending It Media says, you'll be fine right now. I'm looking west at Three Sisters Mountain. We might get a more heavy storm within maybe an hour or an hour and a half. I'm mostly concerned about the wildfire chance. For those who don't know, I live in a desert, and so the chances of wildfires are not fantastic. But I wanted to see, Yerba Dank also says Octarine is a fluorescent greenish yellow purple. It's the 8th color of the rainbow, visible only to wizards on Discworld. Oh, that's a cool concept. If you like Discworld, you should pop into Ben's stream every now and then. He's like the #1 Discworld fan ever. Apparently they have fans. I've never heard of it until I met him. Dirty Sant says Diana of the Shrimp. Also, Christoph says, hello everyone. Hi, Christoph. And HT says, you know, Luke is just gonna redeem hydrates all night now. I know, I don't have that much water left. I have water over there, but it's questionably old. It might have stuff floating in it. Hold on. Yeah, I think I see little bits and pieces floating. There's my face. I'll wash that out when I do deep clean. There's a lot of random stuff in here. But Atomic Sorcery says, desert, me too. SLC is high and dry. Yeah, high deserts are really fun because we don't have any fucking humidity. It was such a pain in the ass going to, oh my gosh, what was it? Philadelphia, like Phoenixville, that area, and then passing through proper Phoenix. Ugh, died. But we have a poll going for the light color in case we want to change it up a little bit. The top vote right now is still purple, saying to summon Grimace. So we'll do that. Akoto also says, creating a setting world book from scattered story ideas, broken outlines, and scattered half-ass stories is a lot of work. Would not recommend unless insane. Yeah, it's insane. Also, hey, Sale, saying, greetings from the airplane. I'm finally about to take off. I think, please pray for me. We were just talking about the delays you've been going through. Yeah, oh man, I'm so sorry. Also, Dirty Sant said there's that trend going on of TikTok people showing their rooms that are basically biohazards. It has really helped me spend less time scrolling. You know, not scrolling is good for content. So if you're ever thinking about being a content creator, that's the way to go. Panda also says, I landed the job in Washington State and moving at the end of the month. Congrats and welcome to the Pacific Northwest in a month. And also, Open says, if anyone needs help with world building their settings physics, I'm in the Discord and can show you how. That's very sweet of you. Atomic Sorcery says, in scene, not just a river in Paris. And Ancient Mango says, I want to move to a high desert. Phoenix is getting unbearable now. I thought Phoenix was a desert. Does Phoenix have high humidity? I know the airport did, but I just assumed that was like ambient sweat of people trying to run from one terminal to the other, much the way I had to. By the way, Phoenix fucking sucks to connect through. 0 out of 10. Gemini, thank you for the gifted sub. And Notster wants to hydrate as well. I can do that. Phoenix is low desert? Oh. The inferior desert. So I was gonna pop in and do a little bit. Lucas says since someone else did a poll today, I'm gonna have to do a different redeem. Should I go improvise lore route? I've got the idea for a unique town concept. I can't do improvised lore today. I thought I disabled it because I don't have room to set down the cards right now. Because my place is such a mess. So that's one of the ones that I tried to disable. So I wouldn't recommend it. I won't be able to do it today. But Lukic, sorry, if you wanted to do more hydrates, you absolutely can. But Trumpet says, hey, I ordered some stickers from you last month and I finally got home from my work trips. Just want to say I love them. Really? Wait, can you send a picture in the Discord if you're in the Discord? I want to see how they turned out in real life because that's one of the few ones that I couldn't get sent to me as oh my God, what do you call it? As like what's a demo? But for merch. A sample, that's it. I couldn't get them as a sample sent my way because it wasn't worth it for just sending the stickers and shipping and all that, but did you like them? How big are they? I'm very bad with like sizes, so I saw the like description of them and it was like, oh, it's like, you know, an inch or whatever, and I was like, I don't know how much. An inch is like that to me. I don't know. You're welcome. By the way, for that perspective on what an inch is. Sending It Media also says, and my back gate blew. Goddamn storm winds. Knew this would happen. Shit, I'm sorry. On the other hand, Flying Minister, thank you so much for the sub. Or not for the sub, for the 200 bits. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so the link for the Discord is in the stream chat right now. If you guys wanted to join. It's very casual. It's very low-key. Trumpet says they came in a very large envelope, but they look awesome, and yeah, I'll send a pic. I'd appreciate that. We do have a fuck ton of merch happening. So the merch we're talking about is the I assume it was like the set of stickers. Hold on, where's my non-gaming screen share? Here we go. DianaTheRose.com will send you to the merch store. And the newer stuff is, I think it's under miscellaneous. Yeah, so we have the Cash Cal shitty holographic sticker where I drew a dragon really awfully one time and turns it into a sticker. This is unironically one of the most popular pieces of merch that I sell. But I assume you're talking about the icons. So I use these on my Instagram, and I don't really have much other chance to use them. So I hope you like them. I think they're pretty cute. And then, of course, all the horror for lore and slut for lore stuff is down there. But we also have the Nightmare collection. So this is one of my favorites as well. Nightmare Game Master and Nightmare Player embroidered hoodies are arguably some of my favorite things ever. I really want to get those. And then the other new stuff that you guys might not have seen is the Thorn Topography collection, which is the blanket that I use. And then also, mostly, the more important part is the fact that there's also pajamas here. So long sleeve and short sleeve in case you're looking for some cozy light pajamas for summertime and things like that. It's those, says Trumpet. Oh, perfect, amazing. Also, Christoph, welcome back for your 15th or 35th stream in a row. I can read numbers. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Zach Payne says, chill rainy stream. It's also raining here. Yeah, so I was gonna have you guys help me out a little bit. If I go to my non-gaming screen share again, I'm gonna see if I can have you guys, let me see, I'm gonna change this from Firefox over to Steam. Because I need you guys to help me sort out what I should do for the game today, because I have a lot of trouble. By the way, don't add me on Steam, I won't accept it. But I have a lot of trouble figuring out what sorts of games I guess I should play that would be considered cozy. Any thoughts, any recommendations, suggestions, anything like that, based off of what you're seeing on my thing? I don't have many that are cozy. I feel like if Firewatch was here, I'd play that, but I don't have Firewatch. Do I? I don't. We could do like crime scene cleaner. 5D chess is so cozy. Don't you fucking dare. Absolutely not. Destiny 2. Trumpet says, I sent it in the merch channel with keyboard for reference size. Thank you, Trumpet. It's a perfect size and amount to put on my water bottle and trumpet case. Oh, hell yeah. Gemini says, Kingdom Hearts if you have it. I do not, unfortunately. And Hontus says, do you know the game Highland Song? I have never heard of it. Highland Song? Hold on, my Firefox isn't working and it's having me do a CAPTCHA. Fuck me. Okay, Cash Cow said Cult of the Lamb. Potentially. Highland Song is 50% off right now at the Steam sale. And it's about someone running away through the Scottish Highlands. That's pretty cute. Helldivers 2. Subnautica. Subnautica is a little too on the scary side. What else do I have? So I can scroll down a little bit. Salt Lake City has, wait, hold on. Zaid says, Salt Lake City, Utah has some fun sweatshirts because when the acronym fits, you gotta mark it. Oh, 100%. Also, Robbie, hi. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello, welcome in. We started a combo also. Ibel Lopin says, Destiny 2 has me in a chokehold. So much inspiration for my upcoming Daggerheart game. Wraith Lanty also says you could start a Skyrim run. We could start in a prison. We wouldn't get very far is the only thing. Because it's a very short stream. But Anta says, Highland Song is a cozy run and jump. Cozy jump and run. And when you get a good run, a song starts playing. It's insanely cute. People are also saying Dead Island and Unpacking. Do I have Unpacking? I don't think I have Unpacking. Shit, I've been wanting to get it for a while. I have Unturned, the zombie game. You also played 12 Minutes. Thief, I haven't played in forever. I can't remember if I liked it or not. Of course, Tainted Grail. We do have Stardew Valley and Starbound. Starbound could be fun. Stardew Valley, Little Nightmares, web fishing, Hollow Knight. I have Hollow Knight. Where is it? Don't I? I thought I had Hollow Knight. Wait, if I don't have it, why did I get so frustrated at not being able to beat it? Where the hell was that? I thought I had it. I also don't know what web fishing is. Trumpet said, Destiny has had a chokehold on me for 10 years. All my friends I used to play with stopped playing a while ago. But someone says No Man's Sky. We do No Man's Sky. Let's see, No Man's Sky. It is 22 gigabytes. I should get that installed anyway. There's really no reason not to. So that could be an option. HT says he rage quit and deleted Hollow Knight. And also Cash Cow says, look up Vampire Therapist. Vampire Therapist. Are you actually... Hold on. Guide vampires through centuries of emotional baggage. What? That's really loud. Sorry. This looks like... That text looked like the you wouldn't download a car text. Decades of delusions and the odd bout of self-loathing with real cognitive behavioral therapy concepts and become a vampire therapist. This just looks like what we do in the shadows. Even vampires need a shoulder to cry on and a neck to bite just won't do. And it has overwhelmingly positive reviews. Fascinating. Okay. Is it like partially a romance game? Yeah, it's queer, dark comedy, a visual novel, historical, it says. And it uses real therapy shit? Why would a therapist... Oh my god, this is like meditation. Why would a therapist hook up with a fucking patient, though? That doesn't really seem like the vibe. I also love his outfit. Let's see. Zaydwise says, I'm a huge fan of anything SteamWorld. The lore is immaculate. HT says, damn, you type fast. Impressive. Haptard also says, play Hades. Do I have Hades? I don't have Hades. Damn it. Biggie Cheese says, Traveler's Rest is a good one. It's a lot like Stardew. And Jordan says, Diana can't quit romance games cold turkey. Hey. Atomic Sorcery also says there was an old point and click I loved called Techno Babylon. For some reason, small apartment in Cyberpunk hits my cozy meter. And Johnny Infamous says I think that's against the rules. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that. Oh god, do you guys remember when Watch Dogs was a thing? That was ages ago. Holy shit. I mean, a lot of the games you guys are mentioning, I unfortunately don't have. We could do like Raft maybe, is kind of cozy. Or we could do Stranded Deep, that's definitely cozy. Disney Dreamlight Valley, it's like Sims combined with Animal Crossing. I don't know if I feel cool playing a Disney anything, only because I have like no connection to Disney, right? I never played it or watched any of them as a kid. So I don't have any, I never had a desire to go to Disneyland or anything like that. I never had any sort of intent. And I just hadn't seen it. Johnny says you should play Elden Ring. Do I have Elden? I don't think I have Elden Ring. And even if I did, there's no shot. I have Elder Scrolls. Let's see. Johnny Infamous says Watch Dogs is the most disappointing game of the last decade, but Baraga says Watch Dogs was so good. I don't know if I want to play Quiplash, only because I don't trust the stream. But Debauchery, welcome back at a tier 1 sub for a year and 3 months. Good to see you, good to see you. Let's see. You didn't watch Disney? You missed some great By Awakening, says Drojane. Yeah, we were too poor, so anytime something new came out, we just didn't. We watched the same VCR copy of Barney on Ice or whatever the fuck for like years. Wraith Lanty says, do you have Minecraft? Textbook cozy game. I do, but I don't think it's installed and having to go through and figure out where my, cause like their launcher pisses me off. Potentially we could. Ilopen says we could do Skyrim on a save with a farm. Drawful. Urban Jungle, a game that's cozy about filling your room with plants. What? How have I not heard of that? Urban Jungle? Oh, this is cute. Use luscious plants to turn your ordinary home into a green haven in Urban Jungle. Find the best place for each plant in your small apartment and enjoy gardening without worries. And don't forget to pet your cat.
That's why Grandma's garden is my favorite place.
Oh, that is pretty cute. Oh, that's adorable. I wonder if I would learn about plants that way. Like, it looks like the plants kind of either love or hate each other. I mean, I will say this isn't much of an urban jungle so far. I kind of want to see what they look like endgame, you know? This is pretty cute. Might add it to my wish list, at the very least. Bronca says, it's not that cozy, but have you played Killer Frequency? I haven't. What is Killer Frequency? Oh, it showed up immediately. It's a first-person horror puzzle game that puts you in the role of a late-night radio talk show host in a small town America whose callers are being stalked by a mysterious killer. The callers are being killed?
It's the whistling man.
Oh, interesting. I feel like you just end the show at that point. Oh, but it's by the same people who made, Date Everything. Team 17. I guess they were also part of the summer sale. Let's see.
No motive.
This would be kind of cozy if it wasn't for the serial killer thing. Taylor says Plant Simulator to learn how to care for your current plants. Also, Wraith Lancy says that one was so good. I remember that one. Oh. Does it all entirely take place inside the office where you're like doing your job? Oh no, it has. You look like you live in an apartment as well. Or do you work out of your apartment? It also looks like the soundtrack is pretty popular if they're selling it independently. Real-time decisions and puzzle solving. Regular instances of audio where characters are injured or killed, so you hear the killings? Wild. Zayd says Killer Frequency is 5-ish hours, 4 if you speed run. Also, Biggie Cheese says Tiny Glade is very cozy. So will I get jump scared if I play this game is my only thing. Like, because if it sounds like someone's dying, that's different than horror comedy. Oh, interesting. Bronca says, yeah, you have to try and help them over the radio. Whoa. What a wild concept. I'll add it to my wish list, but if there are any jump scares, I wouldn't be able to play it. I'm nothing if not a wuss. Now, someone mentioned Tiny Glade, and someone also mentioned Potion Craft. Tiny Glade, I remember, oh my gosh, who was it? Maddie was playing quite frequently. The only thing is I lack direction when it comes to these sorts of games. Like, I'm not very artistic. Maddie, meanwhile, is incredibly artistic. I don't know if you guys have seen the fucking houses that bitch makes in Minecraft. Oh my god. And I say bitch with love because she's so much fucking better at it than almost anyone I've ever met. It's insane. Let's see. Strange Miniature says, please send me your storm when you're done with it. I haven't heard any thunder in a hot sec. Maybe I stopped it. Christopher over on YouTube says hi. Hi. And let's see. HG says the Steam sale is going to kill you. I have more self-control than I have in previous Steam sales. Potion Craft has also been mentioned. Oh, I didn't realize Potion Craft was only $5. Oh, interesting. I remember seeing this absolutely everywhere when it first came out, and like oh no, can you guys see that? Those like purple bits? Is that there for you? Ooh. Oh, that's cursed. Oh, that's horrible. Let's see. Bob McSizzle says, have you tried Kena, Bridge of Spirits? It feels like a Souls-like Disney movie. It's a Souls-like? I think a friend might have told me about it, Kena. No, I've never heard of this. Story-driven action-adventure combining exploration with fast-paced combat. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute as fuck. Hello? Is that what you kill? Help free the spirits trapped in a forgotten village with the help of the Rot, her adorable yet powerful spirit companions. So Kena is a spirit guide in search of the sacred mountain shrine. If this is how it actually looks, that's amazing. Is there no heads-up display? Fuck, that's cool. It looks like they're riding pretty heavily on how it looks, though. So I'm kind of curious to see if it properly plays well. It looks like it has good reviews. DBC said Belatra would kill the TikTok stream. Oh yeah, because gambling. Also, Gashgal said, Diana, you should check Venmo. Oh, oh god. What is this for? Oh, for the vampire game? Oh, shit. Okay. Thank you. Wait, what was it called? Vampire Therapist? Solid, okay. Well, I mean, if you guys send me money for a specific game, I could do that. Let me switch away to just chatting so that way I can, you know, add it to my cart and not worry about you guys seeing my credit card info and all that. Continue to payment. Okay, great. Solid. Solid. Amazing. I can get it downloading, at least. Let's see. HG says it looks like Tiny Cora. It does. Clever Kale says Outer Wilds. I actually have not... I don't really know what Outer Wilds is about, because it came out around the same time as Valheim, and I don't really... Whoop, that's not it. Here we go, library. I don't really know anything about it. Let's see. Outer Wilds. Different from The Outer Wilds, apparently. It's a space game. I don't know how I feel about space games, though. Oh, it's about a solar system trapped in an endless time loop? Oh, shit, it's got stupidly good reviews. I didn't realize it was a time loop thing. Your butt dick says, cheese, it's like you don't trust us or something. And also, Kale says, I feel like no one knows what it's about, and those who have played it can't explain it. It's very, like, spoiler heavy, right? Oh, Jesus, got a lot of Game of the Year recs. I don't usually get into space stuff all that often, but I know a couple of people who have played it and really liked it. So I'd be down to check it out. Yeah, Jesus, this is insane. It won a BAFTA. Kashka said, I was like, I know how to settle what game to play. That works. Let's see, where is it? Vampire Therapist. Play. Hell yeah. All right, let me switch up this might fuck up my thing real fast, but I gotta switch over to Vampire Therapist. There we go. How's that looking for you guys? Can you see anything? Shit, yeah, you can, but it's really Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I'll fix it, I swear. Boop. Boop. How is that? Close enough. Good enough. We'll call that good. Amazing. Hell yeah. She says, I hate when my thing gets fucked up. And also Ray Blancy says, Outer Wilds is cozy space. It's a phenomenal game, but it's hard to say without spoiling it. Gotcha. Okay. Let me adjust this for the TikTok stream real fast. Make sure the mobile viewers can see it. Those on TikTok and YouTube, of course. We're gonna kind of make it a little bit on the small side so that way people can properly see. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna switch our category to vampire survivors? No, vampire therapist. It's a very small game. It only has 7 people who stream it. Fucking wild. Lucas says camera perfectly covers it. The game is not called a Vamp There. I'll move it if we need to. It's also got couples therapy DLC. Oh, wild. Are these all like chapters? Interesting, interesting. Message speed. I'm gonna up the message speed because I hate slow speed typing. And I guess we'll just hop into it. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh man. Taylor says vote for Spanish Knights. Oh. Aha. Zaid Y says I love this chat, especially with Diana hosting. Hell yeah. Oh, vampire therapist explores and touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and of course death. Damn, that is the whole fucking bingo board. Okay. Also, CDY on YouTube says vampires saying they suck at life sounds too hilarious. Let's see. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Strong language is also present. It was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but it should not be considered a substitute for therapy unless you're a vampire. Okay, so be careful if this would affect you.
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing
how's the volume?
skin-tight
Up, down?
leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang.
Hey, Batty, how's it going? Oh my god, I didn't even see you. Hello. Stay with Dale on Earth. Everyone say hi.
I got lucky though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace. After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for 9
Oh, this is the therapist
years,
talking.
figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found what I realized was it ain't fangs
I
that
didn't
make
press
us
skip.
monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho, as the world started getting smaller,
Funkmaster says, have you heard of Stardew Valley? I could never get into it.
Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing but I got hooked up with this newfangled.
I'm not pressing anything. It seems to be skipping.
Who's helping my kin find their way?
Voltor says, what is this game called? We're playing Vampire Therapist. And also Bronca says, well, is a therapist a vampire or a therapist for vampires? I guess both.
I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been looking, and now it's time to give back.
What an optimistic therapist. Or an optimistic vampire.
They don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
I also love the copy of Dracula that's casually just like chilling here. This seems cute so far. Zaid says, oh, and ginger vampire therapist. Shit. Are we outside a club?
Well, I think this is the address. Number
Yeehaw.
27, Clean Flitter Mouse Streeb. Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here. Wait a minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
What a weird, like, self-monologue to have. Like, wait a minute. These folk are vampires.
Good nobbing, folks.
Hey, Trumpet, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. I appreciate that. Valtora says that club is vibing. It sounds good. It reminds me of the club in John Wick. But Atomic Sorcery says his voice makes me want to boot up where water tastes like wine. Also, Jolly Blonde Giant, thank you for the sub as well. Good to have you. Thanks, you guys. H, says, looks like the club from Blade. I actually haven't seen Blade. Does anyone speak English?
Ja, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
This is so stereotypical and I love it. I also love the fact that he's actively wearing crosses and has one tattooed on him. I'm here to party, ask about the dress code, ask about andromachos. That sounds like androgynous nachos. slightly. Cashco said, what tarnation is going on here? Ask about the club. I'm gonna ask about the dress code, because I seem underdressed.
I don't think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
Yep, continue.
The
There we
cowboy
go.
look is totally sexy, but you will get a bit sweaty.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
Hey, yo.
Good thing we run a little.
Are we just back into the dating scene again?
Don't worry, my Liebling. We make each other warm.
I just left Date Everything, and this feels like I'm back here I'm back in the fucking building again.
I want to do that.
Maxi Liebchen, you're so naughty tonight.
Goodness. Do people actually talk like this?
You are the naughty one.
Ugh.
I definitely ain't an American no more.
Yeehaw. How come only your eyes are red? Ask about the club.
What's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever.
I mean, that's just how all games should work. Or all games. All, fucking clubs should work. Brock says the dating games are inescapable. Also, HG says it's Matt Mercer, isn't it? I feel like Mercer has a better Western voice, I thought. Wraith says, are you done with Date Everything? We're just taking a break. Real fast. Wait, is it Matt? Are we talking about this guy or this guy?
You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
Yeah, you're right. That is 100%.
That they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
Shh, Maxi, he is old enough to be your grandfather.
Wait, I don't know. It sounds a little off. Someone Google it.
Come on now, you're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
Fucking wild. Can we go inside? The music sounds fantastic. Yeah, who's, how do I order some Andrew
I'm
Machos?
looking for Andrew Makos.
You mean the club owner? Ja, that is why we are here.
It is Matt. He voiced Reinhardt and Kieran.
If you're lucky,
Got
he will
it.
invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
Well, what happens there?
Sex.
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans to hear.
Yep. A private party after a club closes only means one thing.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
Oh,
All right.
they're them kind of vampires.
I think they're just that kind of people. I don't think that's a vampire thing.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Jesus, we are like right into it, aren't we? Holy fuck. HC says, what critical role is done to me? Given me a lovely hobby, and I can pick that man's voice out of a lineup. Nastra says you didn't want to be a sex therapist. I guess it comes with the territory.
Although we have to get past the bouncer first.
What is this?
If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Is that him getting turned on?
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it.
Trust me, it's hella good.
Oh my god, hi! Wait, hold on, Bob McSizzle, thank you so much! Wait, what was that for? Wait, hold on, I gotta go back and check my... Oh man! Wait, hold on, what was the note? Oh no, oh man, oh god, oh man. Hold on. I gotta go back to like fucking stream elements because my overlays don't show it. Tipping. Oh no, where is it? Also, people are saying Sex Education is a good show. Oh, for Kina Bridge of Spirits. Trust me, it's hella good. Hell yeah. Bob, thank you so much. I'll snag it after stream. Let me write that. I'm just gonna write it on my... Oh no, I can't. I gotta do shit that I need my arm to look good for. I'll write it on the back of this bookmark. Kina Bridge. It looks really cute. So, thank you. Let's see.
It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think.
This is wild interior monologue. It really feels like he's othered himself and then gone back into it. Like he's taken such a scientific approach to it. It's almost uncomfortable.
Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of. There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
Oh,
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible.
this is so
Just
American.
trying to pint of moonshine.
Okay.
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there.
He keeps saying we vampires. Also, Your Bud Dank says it's almost Disco Elysium. Well, like 10% Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium, I need to replay again. Also, Godbro, thank you for the 13 bits. It's very sweet of you. And then Voltoro says, did you see Sex Education, Diana? I have not. I don't think so. Kazarian says he's had a lot of time to overthink himself. I should watch it. I'm running out of things to watch.
I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
And I have to choose? Okay, so High Noon was like do or die showdown. Saloon Thinking was I'm fucking helpless or invincible. Hot Branding? What was that? Cowboy Bloodsucker at vmail.com. How obvious do you have to be? Okay, let's see. I found this old notebook and figured I'd take it with me to Europe. I figure it'll help me organize my thoughts. I'll separate it into sections so I can jump to them right quick. That way, when I need to get to a particular section of my notes, all I gotta do is hop over to that section. That's how a notebook works, yes. Easy as falling off a horse, and falling off a horse is real easy. Cognitive distortions. Funny ways we think. Okay, sometimes things can seem black and white, win or lose. Everything's a big showdown. Okay. Saloon Thinking. We have a habit of either feeling responsibility or soul control, or feeling completely helpless. Feeling helpless don't mean we're powerless, and feeling untouchable don't mean we're invincible. Interesting. Hot Branding says sometimes we call ourselves awful names. I'm a failure. I'm unlikable. It's like burning ourselves with a big old branding iron. Okay, so this is self-deprecation. Saloon Thinking is like, this is how things have to be. And then High Noon Mind is do or die. I feel like it's Saloon Thinking.
Wait a second. She's acting like this is all or nothing. Do or die. What I call that again?
Oh, I got it wrong. No, I get it. I know I fucked up. Okay, it's hot. Okay, why would that be do or die, though? The fate of the Wild West is hanging on this gunfight. Either I show up ready to win the rodeo, or else I better just not show up. I guess that kind of counts. Okay.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Yeah.
Egos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means. I like the way the sexy American talks.
You know, if this is all it takes to be a therapist, just to be hot and just spout shit, then that's fine. Atomic Sorcery says We Vampires would be a killer title. It would. Also, HG says it's on Netflix. Oh, right, because it was a Netflix original, wasn't it? User1, welcome in. Same with Wino and HHZ Cuff. Good to see you, good to see you. Arrowhead says this is therapy, I guess.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
I hate that whole, like, I've never once been to a club where that's been the situation. Granted, I haven't been to Vegas or anything like that, but where the bouncer is like, hey, if you're hot, you can come in. If you're not, you just have to chill.
Excuse me, friend.
Oh, Jesus, hello.
Talk to around these parts.
Great combo.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Oh, at least I'm friendly.
Cowboy, what about us?
Bring them joy or dash their hopes? Yeah, I'll bring them joy.
Sure, they're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all
Like, there's literally no reason to keep them outside. They were the ones who pointed you in this guy's direction, and they gave you information. You should fucking thank them for it. Why would you ditch them?
Dang, awful loud in here.
Has this man never been to a nightclub? HG says I love when I write a table of contents in my notebooks. I don't think I've ever tried, because I just can't predict what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this.
It's because you have shit taste. HG says thanks, Cowboy Ted Lasso. And Kashko said, I don't know why, he reminds me of a young Sam Elliott. His name is Sam Wells, but that helps.
Whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is.
God, he's such a stereotype.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Hello.
Well, look at
Hello?
you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 80s.
Her name is Crimson. Do you want my number?
What can I get you,
Not his,
cowboy?
mine.
The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
Do you have any A positive?
I never drink Red Bull. I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
A Red Bull, I will say as far as drinks go, vodka Red Bull is like a bottom of the barrel, something that I get when there's absolutely no other options and I don't have lemonade as a mixer. Red Bull is just, it's battery acid, mildly flavored.
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
Oh, okay. So when he glows red, we're about to do the thing. Hot branding.
I'm standing, I see someone with style
And I started bleeding. It's like I fucking therapize someone. I call them out on their self-deprecating behaviors, and at the same time, I just slice my thumb open or something. What's with the blood?
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are.
Oh.
Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some gods, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
Oh shit, were those guys not vampires? No, they were totally vampires. They have to have been. They called me out on being like a century old. Kashka said, are they playing Blue Monday by New Order? I don't know the reference. But Nonster says, wait, are they all vampires? I totally missed that. So far they have
These
been.
people are mortals?
She must be fucking with
How
me.
do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him.
Oh, they know who
It's a
they
special
are.
Experience. He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
I want to know who her voice actress is.
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
Hi.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you, suspiciously American bartender. Aishu says, if you were to add or evolve established rules of vampires, so no garlic, can't enter unless invited, can't see reflection for a setting, what would you do?
The guy who's
Ooh.
been sending you all them V-mails.
Ooh, okay. Add or evolve established rules of vampires. I feel like depending on the setting, I would make it so that like the crucifix thing isn't specific to Christianity, and is instead specific to like perhaps a symbol of the arch enemy of the first vampire or something like that, where it's like not necessarily poisonous, but maybe it's just like taboo. Francesca Moe, she played Eurydice in Hades. Oh, Aristotle says V-mails. Yeah, V-mails.
Yes, I know who you
I showed you my
are,
V,
Sam
please respond.
Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
Oh, I feel like I know this voice too. Who are all these voice actors? Panda says, Dan, I gotta head out. Have a good rest of the stream. Have a good night. And Kashko said, a symbol of a higher power would work, just not just Christian. Yeah. Believe you can help
The
our kin.
question is, are you first able to help yourself?
I can help myself. I did. That's why I'm here.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now.
Yeah.
I don't think I need help.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson.
Oh no, are you gonna kill me?
Help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Mayoki says, depending on the lore, is the first vampire supposed to be Cain or something along those lines?
you scared
Is Cain the first vampire? That's sick.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless.
He's kind of hot, I will say. Luigi says, the only thing that would make this camera placement better would be a green screen so she perfectly covers the faces of the not vampires. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Should I fuck up? I should move my camera, huh? Let me do this. Let me lock that. And then should I go, like, down here? Does that work? It's a little off to the side. Oh, shit. I probably also... There we go. I need to grab my... I could be in the middle. Fuck it. Atomic says it's a World of Darkness specific thing. Oh, and Jarek says usually it's Judas, not Cain, but it's not backed up by actual historical lore. Got it. Let's see. Kashka said, have you ever seen the movie Dracula 2000? It was Judas, which is why Silver harms him.
Please.
I love that. That's kind of cool.
What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you.
I
at
love the
last.
concept of a chair just
I found your
apparating.
message is most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help.
What am I seeking
You are
this
the
guy's
very
help
first
for?
To seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Am I seeking an investor?
Dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
Yay. Yeah, I wonder how old this guy
Yeah,
is.
well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Did you read my diary?
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
He's like, have you heard of this thing called high noon mind? Saloon thinking? Hot Brandon? I feel like he fucking is just preaching.
These patterns.
Oh no, are you gonna actually preach to
I
him?
tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well.
Atomic says, in the new world of Darkness Longinus, the guy who spared Christ was one of the few spontaneous vampires. Basically started vampire Christianity, Sanctum Lancia.
See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something.
This just feels normal. This is just being hangry.
Problems that ain't real. We ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods. Mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are.
Oh, am I learning how to be a vampire therapist right now?
Cognitive who's he what now?
You had it written down in your journal already. Cognitive distortions. Yeah. Also your clients. When I start getting therapy clients, I'll put my notes about them here. I'll update after every session. And then my journal with, with ramblings from last year. And including from when I got to Germany.
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
I'm gonna say explain. I mean, hot branding just kind of sounds like self-deprecation. That's really fucking. I don't want to sound like an idiot, you know. It's very self-explanatory. Why don't we say high noon mind?
I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do or die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder. But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Mark.
Mirror? You can't use those.
This
guy's a fraud.
Life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
Marquis Aurelius?
You mean Marcus Aurelius?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Different guy. HC says explain the movie Morbius to him.
His name was Marcus. Marquis was a bedroom name.
You mean you and the Emperor were...
Fucking.
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Imagine going up to someone and just like fucking. That's it, just fucking. As opposed to introducing yourself
My
and
apologies.
giving them a
I
handshake.
somehow forgot you were American.
Let's see. Lucas says I had to give up on playing Mage the Ascension because no one would play it. Only Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, it's less popular, but I hear Mage is really fun. T-Bots, welcome in.
If we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
I changed it.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful. Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example.
You sound like you've been shot several times.
Try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain...
I feel like I'm actually learning how to be a
I
therapist.
will repeat them if you miss it. If I do not drink blood, I will surely die. Death eventually comes for us all. Mortals will always fear our kind. Did you miss my Nosferatu thinking? If I do not drink blood, I will surely die. Death
I mean, these are all
eventually
pretty
mortals
final,
will
but I feel like the
always
third
fear
one
our
would
kind.
be...
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met
Yeah.
mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
This is why they throw in questions during surveys and like especially personality tests that say, usually they'll be at the very end or like very periodically where it'll say like, I have never gotten mad before or I always get upset about things. And if you respond yes to those questions, then it de-emphasizes your other answers to the survey and makes it basically marks you as a less reliable survey answerer, because you can't possibly always get mad at things, or you can't possibly never experience something. It's like, okay, if you think this, in such black and white, then you're probably not answering the rest of this survey accurately, therefore we should probably toss your answers in the trash, is essentially how that goes.
Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
I mean, sure.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Interesting. Be more artistic. Hello, hello.
It make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
Yeah, you had all the time in the fucking world to go to college, dude. Voltoro says you could be a good therapist. You emanate a safe space energy.
Forever, my friend.
I do have a minor in psychology.
What you have
DBC said, depends on which version of why vampires can't see themselves in mirrors you subscribe to. If it's because the silver backing in old mirrors, because of that backing, then vampires could see themselves in modern mirrors. But if you subscribe to because they don't have a soul, then yeah, a mirror wouldn't work. We have identified as a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control.
Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy. Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. Maybe that's what made me stick with them.
This makes me want to play Red Dead Redemption, honestly.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
You're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
I feel like this isn't going to be super helpful to, like, I can see why you didn't have, like, explaining this to other vampires. Mostly because you can't just go up to someone in conversation and be like, hey, that right there, that sentence you said, that's this really high-level concept of psychology, and then try to explain it to them, and then it's like you're just mansplaining their own feelings back to them. I don't know. Let's see. Remus, hi.
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative. Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one. The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth,
I mean, that's just
and there is
true.
little I can do about it. My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you can always pick up.
Confident Cowboy. I got an achievement saying get 5 distortions correct in a row. Yay! Also, HD says 11 days until I get some cowboy shit. Wait, really? Are you getting something? Sorry about your sweet kitty, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Jesus.
I went into
How many
murderous
famous people
depression that
in
nearly
extremely high levels of power have you fucked?
But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Yeah, hot
I
branding.
used to be in a gang.
It's like normal branding, but with your clothes off.
If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard.
Catchcow said he's from Rome. It was like a handshake. Also, Bobby says, I do love the idea that all vampire weaknesses are just propaganda made by vampires to help them blend into society better. Yeah, how do vampire weaknesses work in Vampire the Masquerade, for those who played it? Does anyone know?
Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves
Your vet Dank says he was third in Mark Anthony and Cleopatra's throuple. Dahra, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow and the sub with Prime.
millennia, I thought of myself
Much
as a
appreciated.
killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself.
Atomic says they're clan specific.
I did not
Oh, I have a vampire playbook here somewhere.
potential aspirations
Yeah, the player's
I might
guide.
have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements. I am so old, I am ancient.
That's not
Call me
labeling.
whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
That's just a
How
joke.
shall I describe myself?
Well,
Yes.
that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires.
I'm a
tend
mass
to do a lot
murderer.
of
Like,
killing,
yeah,
but
you do
reducing ourselves
kill.
to killers ain't doing us any favors.
There you go.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for
What does reprobate mean?
Those are not how I would
It sounds
describe
dirty.
the Sam Walls I see before me.
Atomic says some are global like sunlight or fire, but more of the ritualistic ones are very family specific. Got it. And they're flaws you take, so they're not exclusive to all the vampires.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Nah, that's it.
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel.
It's really not.
Nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
I mean, I guess if he didn't have anyone to teach him, then that makes sense. But I feel like I guess if he didn't have an education too. I don't know.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
That's labeling.
Now, tell me, Samuel.
Oh my
kind
god,
of-
yeah.
I'm doing
I'm getting
some labeling.
therapized.
I gotta.
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for.
DPC said morally corrupt is also a valid definition. It's an unprincipled person is a reprobate. Got it. Atomic Sorcery says La Sombra is the one that can't see themselves in the mirror for Vampire the Masquerade families. I see.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
That is a funny
If you have
bit.
solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the
I feel like I'm in the
concepts of
tutorial
labeling,
right now.
Control fallacies and Nosferatu thinking. I will
Okay.
give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify.
Aristotle says a funny bit sounds like a vampire biting a clown.
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Well, that ain't right. He's acting powerless, like a man
Oh.
clinging to the whiskey bottle. What Andromaco say that distortion was?
If I invite over my vampire friends,
Well, that
So,
there's a control
control.
fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules.
I thought it was
for
like, oh, I'm
guests.
inevitably gonna have to do this, and that's,
or
pretty black and
express
white.
concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another. I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the
I mean, that one's pretty
the
obvious.
mortal's bane.
But it is also cool. I don't think that's bad
Some
labeling.
intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
It's badass.
Wrong. Those names followed me for millennia.
Keep them.
It was most stifling. Let me try another then.
Bronca says this isn't a tutorial. It's just how vampires
If my
flirt.
club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest.
Damn,
means that
yeah.
money is
You
not
would think the
only
bank would fucking figure it out by then.
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Oh god, he's gonna hit on me, isn't he?
I'm here.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
That makes sense. Every therapist I know has a therapist.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
DBC said nah, he was in bed with the bank owner. Also, Cash Cow said if Sam leans any closer, they might give each other a handshake, quote unquote.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
That's true.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You
Okay.
have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
That is nice of him.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance. Drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call
Honor?
me sir, you know.
Hardly know her.
All right then, Andromachos.
Andromachos.
Oh, I'm not gonna pronounce that.
Andromachos.
Just call me Andy.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yay. Andy is kind of sweet. Someone over on TikTok says, what are we playing? We are currently playing Vampire Therapist. Where we are gonna hit up a club, I guess.
All them mortals, sweating, blood pumping.
Back to music.
Thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on a dance floor. Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
Yeah, do you have any drugs that'll get me on a dance floor?
Eastwood again. How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I'd better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
I know, I saw it on your head, on this heads up display.
How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
I can speak.
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
Oh.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar. Found a cave while climbing a mountain, and
Oh.
there he was, naked in a hot tub.
In a cave?
Dang. Must have been a sight.
Oh, I am hitting on him.
You ain't kidding.
Don't sleep with the
cowboy.
therapist.
Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain.
Oh, it wasn't an apartment. I was imagining a hot tub just like sitting on the floor of a
We hit it
fucking
off,
cave.
and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula. But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Oh, she just
Turn
left.
out, Look, it's the sexy old guy again.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you will definitely get lucky.
So it was explained that these guys were just mortals, right? Like they were just goth. They're not actual vampires. But I don't want to fuck them.
The pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
Yeah.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
Ooh, tell them they're not your type. Tell them alcohol is bad for them. Okay, I'm not gonna fucking lecture them. I'm an old man. I'm not gonna come into a fucking bar and club and be like, "Do you guys know that alcohol, lowers your average lifespan?" Unbelievable. Baltor says I knew these guys were coming back. I don't have the money. They can support themselves. They're not your type. Oh, should I just fucking insult them? I'll just say I don't have the money.
I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
Yeah, that works. That's
I like
plausible.
American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
Ugh. What, like fucking Andrew Jackson? Please.
All right, I'll buy it. Which of them old men are sexy?
Yeah, there's not a single...
Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Who are you guys?
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say, a snack?
Hold on, chat. We're getting off of Steam. Firefox, properties. Show me, Google, show me Eisenhower's cock. There we go. Okay, that's way too fucking big. Holy shit. I need to do a little bit of this. And then a little bit of this. Perfect. So sorry for the brief disruption in service. There we go. Okay. Are you kidding me? This guy? He looks like he's been balding since the womb. Oh my god, these people have terrible taste. I need to get away from them. Nelster says, are we really Googling this? I don't know what Eisenhower looks like. I've never looked at a president in my fucking life. Here, hold on. Here we go. There we are. Yeah. Search yassified Eisenhower? Oh no. Oh god, hold on. Yassified Dwight D. Eisenhower is like a very much one of the first things that I saw. Hold on. He still looks like he's wearing a skin suit. I don't know if it's quite the vibe. Monster says, I guess I'm glad we didn't Google that. Google hottest old presidents for comparison. Yeah, you only say old presidents because we explicitly have to exclude Obama. Ugh. Eisenhower is, how do you say, a snack?
I get it. You like older men.
Jesus.
Yes, you seem like nice enough folks, but I wasn't planning on buying drinks tonight.
Omen of Doom and Mr. Ranglable, welcome in. Nodster, here's the hydrate for you, by the way. Same with Paperback, Scribe, and Dudlick. Good to see you.
They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Are they?
Dang, really? Ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Mayuki Rain says, this is ex-president fuckable. Oh, and she forgot Kennedy. True.
Call it a drink exchange.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
I love their makeup, I will say. The eye makeup? Oh,
Only
slay.
as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here. Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Jesus.
Wait, kink room?
Mm-hmm. You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
I feel like I am gonna have to adjust my settings for this stream today.
But, point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you.
Dudlick says I forgot to follow after PAX. I'm a bozo. Which PAX? Because I go to all of them and I don't remember your name off the top of my head. Or maybe the username is just escaping me. But good to see you. Saying, oh wait, that's my first chat. Embarrassing. Also, Walto says I wasn't expecting this game to be so upfront. Yeah, Jesus. It's a full frontal game, I hope.
Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Ach so, ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
I thought you knew I was a vampire. You told me that I was old and I was like fucking a century old. I thought this was like clear
My
information.
neck scrubs with anticipation.
Jesus.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Thanks, Crimson.
Paperback says, what is this game? It's called Vampire Therapist. It's new to me.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Nope, don't say that in a kink room, buddy.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
Well, I really ain't in Missouri no more.
Jesus.
Look, I'm more into Biden.
Improv Jam says I thought this was still date anything. I mean, I think to these guys it's date anything for sure. No fucking age limits considered. Let's see. Dudley says I was at East. Old man Mark, Bliss's friend. Now I'm embarrassed. Old man Mark, Bliss's friend. If you rolled with Blizz, that I should remember. I can't remember. I'm just here, but good to see you again. And then Munovich says, just to clarify, are you a vampire who's a therapist, or are you a therapist for vampires? We're both. We are a vampire who is a therapist. We are going to therapy, and we are also a therapist for other vampires.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
That is the point.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
First.
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up.
Jesus, dude.
Remember, Sammy boy, just stick the tips of them fangs into the blue veins, and we'll all have a nice time.
Oh shit, it's like a wire cutting puzzle? Oh my god, I actually have to like bite properly. What happens if I hit his jugular? Okay. Boop.
Oh, das hat sie
There was no feedback. I don't know if I did it right. Dr. Valen, welcome in. Thanks for the sub with the prime. And Cash Cow said just the tip. Just the 2 tips. At the same time. Blee, welcome in.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
I mean, I imagine these guys are relatively drunk by now, which then by proxy means there's a lot of alcohol in their veins. So am I getting drunk? Oh, man. Oh my god, what if I hit the collar?
Where'd your neck go?
It's right here, waiting for you.
I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
Ouch! Meine Arterien!
Whoops. It's okay. You don't need that artery. It's not a load-bearing artery. After a certain amount of time.
Where'd your neck go?
It's right here.
Do I just,
waiting
like-
for you.
Hold on, what if I hit the collar?
Dang it, that collar's in the way.
or the challenge makes it more fun.
You bitch. I'm thirsty.
Nicht meine Arterien.
Shucks, my aim's off tonight.
Oh, Reinhard.
There we go. Okay, I thought I had to get both fangs in each of the... Jesus. I thought you had to get, like, one fang in one blue bit and then another in the other bit. And you don't have to do that. You just have to get one in one.
Me too, Maxi. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Reinhard, mein Zuckerfledermaus. Ich bin so
What the fuck is a Zooter?
so sein.
Isn't that the guy who owns Facebook?
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen.
What happened to the after party?
Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
Well, yeah, sure thing, fella. Maybe I can tell you some Eisenhower stories.
Oh, God.
If I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Good God.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Were you watching me? Please say yes. Airhead says I got sugar and mouse out of that. I'm not sure about the middle part.
Coffin over at the storage center.
Maybe like small sugar mouse?
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin.
A guest coffin is crazy.
Arrested for the challenge.
It's a Tempur-Pedic coffin. It's got a purple coffin lining inside.
Please, follow me.
And one of those wedge pillows.
Well, dang.
It's got a TV?
It's one of them smart coffins. Let's see what's on TV.
Holy shit.
Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. I'm not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
This is kind of hilarious. Natsu says, good God, that's not what a vampire said. Also, Luke says, BRB Googling, does purple also make beds for coffins? It's just a normal bed, but you just cut it into the shape. Kashkal said, can't see the movie down in front. Oh, shit, yeah, hold on. Boop. There it is. It's, I guess, Nosferatu? Oh, damn, it's looped. I thought I was gonna just show the whole thing. And she says, this is Diana's new typical. Honestly, the padding? How would someone reasonably fit a fucking TV in here? And
Well, ain't
oh well.
much else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
Okay.
Samuel,
Hello.
good evening. I hope you slept well.
I did. I binge watched all of the seasons of Golden Girls.
Like the
I watched
dead.
Supernatural. Not very accurate.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night.
God, I could go for some food. Holy shit.
Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Wow, minor celebrity.
Gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
Why not?
Interesting.
I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Very well.
First thing in the morning?
Start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, that's the name of the game, so. HG says soundproof handshaking. Arrowhead says, I figured it out, it means sugar bat. Zucker is sugar, Fledermaus means bat. Oh, like a flying mouse. That's cute. Also, Lucas says, I googled it. It says to not put electronics in coffins as compressed liquids will explode during cremation. Do people cremate the coffin as well as the body? No way. Is that a thing?
Well,
What a waste. Those things are fucking expensive.
being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time, it ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
Oh, damn. Right in it with the hard-hitting questions.
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Oof.
I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
Yeah.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is. When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Control fallacy?
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Mayoki says, ha, a Twilight reference.
Very
Dead.
good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something. Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that is enough.
I like the fire in the background. It is quite
I am
cozy.
eager to learn how you developed this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first V-mailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire.
To be fair, becoming a vampire will do that to you.
When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems
Cash Girl
pretty
says check your
stupid
phone.
now.
Cash, did you send me food?
Forever and all we can do is kill. It's the dumbest thing.
Ah, thank you so much. That is like perfect timing. I haven't had time to eat because I've been cleaning. And mostly like rearranging plants, which means that you can probably still see like the dirt under my fingernails. So I haven't really had a chance to like eat or make food. Arrowhead says, I mean, it either gets ashed with the body or it gets buried, but it's not like you can reuse it. I mean, that's true. But I feel like the chemicals or something. Dethan says, Diana, eat. Okay, I will. Thank you, Cash Cow.
No account piece of shit. Nasty son of a bitch. Dumbest thing.
Someone isolate that clip. It just sounds like he's fucking hurling insults at me.
Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
Casual said, I figured you haven't eaten. Eat, woman. I don't eat, comma, woman. Yeah, Pride Month is over. I can't eat woman anymore.
The ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Wait, seriously? I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. That's pretty solid. Honestly, pat yourself on the back. That's good work.
Therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How
Yeah, but what about the whole I lead people to treasures I cannot possess sort of shit? Like, maybe I just hate myself and that's why I'm a good therapist.
You must start with compassion for them and for yourself. So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending.
Now I really want to play Red
Starting
Dead.
to get the better of my gang. I went into hiding and found
Cassie says it's a year-round activity. Hell yeah, it is. Lucas says, I like the idea of my body being turned into one of those trees and composted, but also okay with useful organs donated if they can be salvaged. Yeah, I'm an organ donor, so I was just like, fuck it, take them. I really don't care what happens to me after I die. I don't care if there's a funeral. I don't care if there's fucking, you can yeet me into the Willamette. It's gonna be one of like 17 bodies that I guarantee is down there anyway. Red Bull, welcome in, same with Imagination. Good to see you, good to see you. But, let's see.
They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend. Even shared their blood with me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them.
I do like how he says they taught me my letters.
I
That's
think
pretty
about
cute.
them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
That's a fucking solid poll. Wild if you were right.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more.
Transcendentalists.
Once my community died out,
I don't know what that
started
means.
walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country.
I guess if you're immortal, there's no harm in just like walking into the abyss and not coming back. Arrowhead says I want to go in one of those seed pod things. I thought about that too, but I think they're more expensive than they look.
Should've been helping other
Right?
vampires the way the
And also, what if the plant dies?
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator. Good statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
Interesting.
Your should comes from a place of good. It creates undue pressure. And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
You got that right. Why do today?
Agent says transcendentalists are like seance spiritualists, I think. Oh, so they were also just really into the fact that I was a vampire?
Exactly. Should statements
Oh, no.
remove the intrinsic
Say it says, I'm an organ donor, so Ben should watch itself when I kick the bucket.
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are.
Well, and
You and
capitalism.
the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise. Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
Is that a saying?
I should drink blood today. I should
No.
take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Yes.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Yeehaw.
Thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Why would you say that? That's such a wild thing to throw at your therapist. Like, hey, I hope you're treating your fucking wife okay.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
There you go.
I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner.
Polyamorous vampires were not something I had on my bingo board for games I'd play in 2025, but here we are.
Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
Agent says, to be honest, if you become a vampire, it's your responsibility to topple capitalism now that you have the time. Exactly. And also, HG says nobody wants blunt fangs. True.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing, spent the next 90 walking in the woods. I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were.
Did you fuck them as well?
I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
HG says you need a bigger bingo card. He's self-deprecating, Andy. He needs help.
Positive distortion. One that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive.
I was kind of wondering if this would get filled out.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones.
Wolfie, hey, welcome in. Thanks for the sub. And also, Kasha said we're also about to become a therapist. Yeah, you guys can mark this down as like an honorary therapist certification. You're welcome.
I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive. Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That.
The one you're literally
It's pretty easy once you get used to it. PVT Toucher, hello, welcome in.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
Oh shit, I'm going right to work?
Oh, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
Huh. Also, True Pengy says, as a psych major, this game seems kind of sick. Also, I saw you at too many games. It was super cool. Ah, hello. Hope you got back safe. If you aren't local. If you are, I hope you got back safe too. I don't mean to say that, like, get fucked if you are local. Shadow, hello.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
No, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get the liter inside you. We have a big night.
Can you imagine if we said, like, I hope you get food inside you in the same way that these guys do, where it's like, yeah, I hope you take a couple pounds and shove them in your gullet.
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired.
No shit. I feel like he's kind of, like, babying me a little bit. Does anyone else get that vibe?
Please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
You don't have to explicitly say that you're gonna get laid with a hot bartender, dude.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
That's a good saying to say to vampires, actually. Goodness. Anyway, I think that's probably a good place to stop, actually. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Samuel, glad
Oh
to see
shit,
you.
it's just fucking
Your first client.
fast forwarded? Okay, well, shit. I think that's about as a good a place to stop as any. Oh, no, I don't want to delete the save slot. Return. Exit. Yes. Okay, solid. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and saying hello and joining us for this analysis of whether or not Dwight D. Eisenhower is hot. I appreciate you guys all for stopping in and saying hello. And for those who are over on TikTok, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to y'all now. Let me end the stream. It was lovely to have you. Hope to see you on Twitch next time for the full game. And then for those who are over here on YouTube, unfortunately I can't send you off anywhere, but for those on Twitch, hang tight and I'll send you over to a friend of mine. Let's see who's on right now. There should be a couple, like a decent amount of people. Ooh, Tyler's on. We can go say hi to him. Or we could say hello to, ooh, you know what? There's a lot of people on. Holy shit. We could go say hi to Cole again because he is playing Date Everything still. Or we could... That's way too many friends. We could go watch Tyler because he is playing Peak right now, and he rated me recently, so I feel like it'd be fine. He's not super far into it. I know Cole's gonna wrap up soon, so I'll send you guys over there. In the meantime, thank you all so much for hanging out, and I will see you here back again tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific time for some more gaming. I need to end this game. And also get Dwight D. Eisenhower off of my fucking computer. Jesus, he's like staring at me. You guys can't see it, but it's really disconcerting. Bye-bye.